The star they left behind. Washington rain had a way of making everything feel heavier. The clouds seemed permanent, pressing down on the streets of Seattle, where 11 years old Liana Carter walked alone, shoulders hunched against the cold. She had grown up in this city, but it had never felt like home. From the moment she was born, her mother made it clear she was unwanted. Another mouth to feed, she would sigh, dragging on her cigarette while staring out of their small apartment's rain-streaked window. Her father had left before she could remember, just a name on a birth certificate she wasn't even sure was real. Her childhood was a cycle of disappointment. She had bounced between relatives, each one keeping her only until the government checks stopped coming. No hugs, no bedtime stories, just whispered conversations about how much of a burden she was. But music had never abandoned her. When she was 10, she discovered the choir at school. The first time she sang, her voice rising above the others, the music teacher stopped playing the piano mid-note. The room fell silent. It was the first time anyone had truly listened to her. But dreams didn't pay the bills, and at 13, when she told her foster mother she wanted to be a singer, the woman laughed. "Singing doesn't put food on the table. Stop being stupid." That was the day Liana decided she would never rely on anyone again. At 16, she packed a single duffel bag and left. She slept in shelters, sometimes on park benches when there was no space. She sang for change in front of Pike Place Market, pouring every ounce of her loneliness into every note. Some people walked past, ignoring her. Others stopped, mesmerized. A few dropped dollar bills into her guitar case. One evening, as she sang under the dim glow of a street lamp, a man in a worn-out leather jacket stopped to listen. He didn't just drop a bill into her case, he handed her his card. "I'm Ryan Smith. I run a small studio here in Seattle. You have something special. Your song is so real, and I did not hear such a mesmerizing voice for a very long time now. Liana almost didn't take the card. People always claimed they wanted to help, but they usually wanted something in return. But there was something in his eyes, something real. So she took a chance. Ryan gave her a space to record, helped her write her first songs, and introduced her to the right people. At 18, she uploaded her first song to the internet. By 19, a major record label had signed her. By 20, Liana Carter was a name the world knew. Her songs weren't just music, they were stories of survival. She sang about the cold nights she spent alone, about the mother who never wanted her, about fighting for a place in the world when no one believed she deserved one. Millions of people related to her words. They felt seen through her music. The success was overwhelming, but the pain never fully faded. She would wake up some nights in her luxury apartment, still expecting to hear the rain leaking through the cracked ceiling of her childhood home. Then, at 25, after performing a sold-out show at Climate Pledge Arena, she received a message. "Your mother wants to see you. She's proud of you." For a long time, she just stared at the screen. The woman who had ignored her cries as a child now wanted to claim her. The same relatives who let her sleep in a shelter now reminded the world that they were family. Still, curiosity won. She agreed to meet them. The restaurant was upscale, the kind of place her mother would have scoffed at years ago, calling it a waste of money. But now, she sat there, all smiles, wearing jewelry she never could have afforded before. "Liana, sweetheart," her mother gushed as she reached for her hand. "I always knew you'd make it. I prayed for you every night." Liana let them talk, let them spin their stories. They spoke of love that had never existed, of hardships they claimed to have endured while she was gone. Her uncles, her cousins, people who never cared before, now sat before her, acting like they had always been there. Finally, she set her napkin down and stood. "You didn't pray for me," she said, voice steady but cold. "You forgot me." Her mother's smile wavered. "That's not true, honey. I made it because I had to, not because of you, in spite of you." With that, she turned and walked away. That night, she stood in front of thousands of screaming fans, holding the microphone tightly. These people, the ones who had believed in her music, who had connected with her pain, were her real family. As she sang her final song, her voice carried through the air like a storm breaking apart the past. She was finally home.